Hello everyone, I'm RenownedZ3r0. We are back again talking about Shane Davis. Yes, the same old Shane Smug Davis who wants to sit up here and acting as if I'm trying to get him involved in a lawsuit with SEGA, even though I've never tagged SEGA. I simply asked him where he got the inspiration for the character of Alex Stone from Inglorious Rex's book, because the character from Streets of Rage, his name is Axel Stone, and I was asking him if he took any inspiration from that character for his character in the book, and the name specifically is what I asked about, and I'll show the tweet where I asked that, even though he claims that he's never seen it, even though I commented to him directly about that specific question. But it's very interesting that he now wants to use me as a prop up for his next book, Inglorious Rex 3, in an attempt to kind of throw some shade, throw some slander my way, even though I showed it in the tweet, of course, that I did purchase Inglorious Rex 2, the all-in tier, that cost me $250 for that thing, and now I don't even care to read it because I went all in on this because I got the first Inglorious Rex. I absolutely enjoyed it. Decided I'm going to go all in on this for the second one to get all the books, get all the covers, etc., etc. But he decides now to do this nonsense where you have this individual named Cole Mueller who says, hashtag Ripperverse cancel culture continues with superfans tagging SEGA in an attempt to say Shane Davis and Yanzi Lynn's character, Alex Stone, is a direct ripoff of Axel Stone from Streets of Rage. Never said that. This tweet doesn't even say that. You're an absolute idiot. You want to call other people idiots, yet you're sitting up here saying something that doesn't make sense to anything I said in this tweet or the previous tweet that I'm going to show. It says, do these idiots not understand that they are the cancel culture? Where's the cancel culture in my tweet? It says, I asked Shane about his main character's name for Inglorious Rex. I asked him if it came from Streets of Rage because his main character's name is Alex Stone. The main character's name for Streets of Rage is Axel Stone. What was his answer? He never answered. This person owned up to it, by the way, that they tagged SEGA. They're the ones that tagged SEGA. And Irish here says, I suspect he will hear from SEGA. If there's anything there, they can actually sue him over, which, again, didn't tag SEGA. I didn't tag SEGA. Irish didn't tag SEGA. Yes, Mr. Toxicity may have tagged SEGA, but don't lump me into a bunch of people. Learn how to crop and stop trying to involve me in some gay ops that you're trying to do here. Why are Riververse fans using cancel culture attacks against indie creators? Why are indie creators attacking fans of someone else? Why are indie creators attacking other audiences? Why are indie creators attacking other creators on YouTube? Because they dislike one other person that's dominated them in the one space that they're a part of. And Bruce here is right. The irony of Cancelgate and their cancel picks crying about this as they cheered the pathetic ISOM lawsuit. Get a new grift, you losers. Of course, tagging Eric July multiple times with this gay op nonsense. So Shane himself says, hey, at Eric July, you got your boys here trying to get me sued. I'm not involved in that. You're a piece of garbage trying to say that I'm doing something. You claim to support indie creators. Does that mean starting lawsuits with no merit? You know, the same type of lawsuits that other people were starting for ISOM, right? There are zero similarities between Axel Stone and Alex Stone, except they are both guys. Looks, jobs, training, relationships, all completely different from what Google tells me. Sign up for Rex 3 coming soon. Stay smug, and then says that, I never heard that question from you, which is absolute bullcrap. To which Eric says, leave me out of whatever you're going on about, as it has nothing to do with me. Obviously a troll. He's just trying to start some crap with you. May have having people like EVS keep drama farming. He's trying to start something else. Andy Worski, you might want to see what this guy does. Shane is just as bad as EVS. Yes, he's getting there. This is all comments he has left these days. Crying victim. You're responsible for whatever anyone anywhere does. That's the thing now. They think that you're responsible for what your fans do, even though me specifically, I'm not doing nothing. Shane Davis needs distraction from the all leaks of his co-host, the women who puts fingers in her booty to lure lonely men. Eric, from what I can tell, EVS is spreading the idea there's some vast conspiracy going on against comics here right now. Maybe there is, but I think most of it is organic. The more he goes around pissing people off, the more people there will be who are pissed off at it. Dude, don't even worry about that pathetic drama farmer. These sad people have become the new media model of indie comics. They don't like how you upstage them at their own game, but they gotta deal with that problem. Stay strong, stay awesome. That's what I said. They got upstaged by someone who was new in the indie space. That's exactly what happened. Are you blaming YouTubers for what their fans do now? Because I have a list I can whip up. Handling a situation like a man, give the wife a break for once. Weren't you and Comicsgate trying to get some shirts to sue Eric July and ISOM? Lol, guilt by association. Blame him for what some randos online say. Eric has nothing to do with this. Yeah, there are zero similarities between Axel and Alex, except they use the same 4 letters in each word, 2 syllables. Yeah, pretty much. But I didn't ask all that. This is why Eric July won't get another cent from me. He's a duplicitous tool and gigantic hypocrite that Nick Stream really showed me the light. Oh no. I put that tweet out and Eric took the bait. He blamed everyone but himself, calling it a frivolous lawsuit when ISOM sued him. It was a frivolous lawsuit, that's why it ended in nothing. I said this months ago that it was going to be nothing. Yet here he doesn't call out an attempt to start a 100% frivolous lawsuit. The names aren't even spelled the same in my case. Again, you grouped me in, acting as if I'm doing something. You are a piece of garbage, and I'm going to call you out on it. Think about the kind of professional comic book creator does things like this on the internet. You guys are literally a crazy ex. The student waits while the master baits. By that logic, shouldn't you be held accountable for this fan's behavior? Is this cancel culture? Confiscate, time to pour it in on this real life creep. Pisscore is a predator. Wait a minute, how do you blame everyone? That's what I want to know. Which I responded to you. I said, I asked about the inspiration about the character itself. Specifically the name. Why are you out here making stuff up about something I never said? This is why I believe you are all retarded individuals and why I continue to call my haters retarded. And then he decides, getting a lot of well-wishers this week because Inglorious Rex 2 is landing in backers' mailboxes. You mean like my mailbox? Yeah, like my mailbox. Oh, by the way, here's the tweet that I gave him. It says, was the name inspired by Axel Stone from Streets of Rage? This is all I asked. He never responded, which is what I said. These people cannot comprehend that a comic book can be as awesome as Rex 2 since their comic reading experience is limited, so they got to put me down. I'm not trying to put you down. You claim that I'm trying to put you down. You keep on calling me out, but that's beside the point. It's all you weirdos always saying some gay shit all the time because that's literally all you know how to do is say some gay shit at all times. And I said, I was promoting your book for months, you absolute psycho, and I bought Starlight Cats and Glorious Rex 1 and Rex 2 at the highest tier, which I showed you. You are an absolute moron who will go down with the sinking ship that is Cultist Gate because clearly you have forgotten what it means to treat the customer with respect. Even after I showed my intentions, which were never malicious, and even showed sympathy for your C2E2 cancellation, which seemed to be absolute nonsense at the end of the day. Even after your cult leader said I deserve to be doxxed, which I have presented right here. This is EVS saying I deserve to be doxxed. I still supported your ability for you to sell your comics. F you, FCG, and anyone supporting your BS fake tactics. Because I'm not going to sit here and allow your ass to sit here and do this nonsense where you're openly trying to say I'm trying to get you involved in a frivolous lawsuit. You're literally out here doing this nonsense. Talking about I'm trying to get you involved in a frivolous lawsuit. Because I also had this to say when you decided to say this nonsense here. I said, hey, a-hole, I don't know who you think you're talking to, but don't ever insinuate that I'm trying to get a lawsuit filed against you. I never tagged SEGA, you effing clown. And just so you know, here's the proof where I asked you about the name and you ignored it. Your clown fan base out here saying some BS I never said. I never said the characters looked alike. I asked for the inspiration for the name of your character and you never answered. By the way, if we want to be frank about this, Alex Stone and Streets of Rage as a franchise is more relevant and always will be more relevant than Glorious Rex. Since you want to be running your mouth about some BS I didn't say or do. It's no wonder EVS can control your weak-minded self. You live under the thumb of another man. More crowdfunding is under attack because the black man is more successful than you. SEGA as a whole has more relevancy than your entire life's work. Don't get it twisted. By the way, here's a picture of the $250 in merch I spent on your product as a paying customer. Right here. These are all the books that came with the $250 all-in tier for Inglorious Rex 2 since you want to sit up here and say nonsense about me as a paying customer. As a guy who felt that you wouldn't fall into the trap of EVS's absolute garbage as he sat up here and spews nonsense every single day on his terrible spite podcast, Trashcast. To which this individual says, and are yet involved in a public discussion trying to encourage SEGA to initiate a frivolous lawsuit over a similar name. You are retarded. This is the type of person that supports these individuals. Individual right here saying I'm involved in a public discussion when I asked this person about the name. You absolute moron. Going to call the people that made Sword Art Online Tell Them XN has a similar premise next? You said that, not me. Going to try and own the alphabet itself? Where did I encourage SEGA to do anything? I'm not involved in tagging SEGA. I'm not involved in saying anything to SEGA. I simply asked about the inspiration for the name of Alex Stone to Axel Stone. And here you have it. It says, nah, it was me. Said involved. I wasn't involved in anything. Because again, you're a crack smoker who thinks I'm involved in something that I'm not involved in. Because you're so screwed up in the head and you live in the cult that you just listen to anything your cult leaders tell you. He's not involved in anything. I tag SEGA. As in, he tags SEGA. You're both involved in a war with Shane Davis. No, I'm not. About myself. I'll defend myself just like everyone else will defend themselves in this case. So don't try to sit up here and acting as if I'm saying something that I'm not saying. Because I clearly showed what I said. And clearly showed I didn't tag SEGA. But, like I also said, at the end of the day, your properties and anything you've ever worked on at DC will never be as relevant as Streets of Rage, ever. Just like Cyberfrog will never be as relevant as Battletoads, and that is a direct ripoff of Battletoads. But it'll never be relevant. And I'll say it again. Joe Ball, John Dillard, and Alex Ross are better artists than both of you at this point. And I'm not saying that as a spite. I'm saying that as, yes, I actually believe that. I believe Alex Ross is one of the best artists ever. I always have thought that. But I think that's all I got for you today, because I'm pretty sure I made my point. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit that like button, comment below if you feel about all this. Subscribe for more content, hit the bell for notifications, set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or live stream. And I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.